So today I'm working on sashing, which is always my least favorite part of a quilt, and I try to avoid it if I can, but it's unavoidable in this one. So what I've already done is I've sewn my shorter sashing pieces that go between the blocks on, and I also have sewn on my corner pieces and the sashing 14.5-inch sashing pieces that go there. So I'm just going to show you how those line up. See how they overlap with this sashing piece and then 1/4 inch. And if you've pressed your seams open or to this side, the edge should line up with your seam there. So that helps you line that up. If you don't want to line it up like that, you can also fold this in half and then fold this in half and line up the place where they're halved. So now I'm going to cut my sashing pieces so that I can piece them together. All right, so I've got my with the fabric sashing pieces that I had not done anything with yet. And when you are piecing these long sashing pieces, don't call the quilt police on me, but I usually just make them extra long and then trim my quilt top. Now, you are not supposed to do it that way, and the reason is that if you cut the piece exactly the right size, you're less likely to have like stretching and distortion. But I feel like as long as you've lined up, I mark lines on my sashing so that I can line it up. I'll show you how to do that when I add it to my quilt. But as long as you do that, and as long as you pin quite a bit, I don't really have any stretching, so I usually do that. But because I'm trying to be a good example, I'm going to cut them the correct size. So I usually don't cut my selvage off until I'm ready to use the fabric. So those are still attached, but I'm going to cut those off. All right, so one way that kind of makes this easier, I think, is in the pattern, it shows you exactly what plus exactly what size you need to get to your sashing piece. And which, like this one's for lap and twin, lap only, twin only. So if you're making the baby size, zoom past this, you don't need to worry about it. And if you ended up cutting your blocks down a little bit because your blocks weren't the correct size and they were too small, just go ahead and make this size. It will just be slightly oversized. It won't be a big deal. So what I'm going to do is, first I need a 42-inch piece. It's very messy in here. It's just a constant state of being messy. So I got to unbury this. So instead of measuring 42 inches, which is long and kind of annoying, I'm going to move everything out of the way. And then I'm actually going to just fold my strip in half. The selvage is over here and the folded end is here. And then I'm just going to measure half of 42, which is 21. I'm going to measure 21 inches right here, 21, and then I'm going to cut it. So I need, I know from my cutting table that I need 2 of the 66.5-inch pieces and just 1 of the 79.5-inch pieces. So I'm going to total need 1, 2, 3 42-inch pieces. So I'm going to cut those first. And I actually can't remember if I cut enough with the fabric pieces, so I might need to cut another one. So I'm measuring again to 21 inches. That's why I don't really worry about cutting the selvage off, because I just cut it off right now. Okay, so I'm getting my 42-inch pieces, making sure everything's lined up and straight. Line it up with 21. Okay. So now I know I need 2 25-inch pieces and a 38-inch piece. And yeah, I thought I was going to be a short one. I don't know why I didn't cut the last one piece that I needed. Or it's lost. It's probably lost in here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll just make 1 of the 66 and 1 of the 79, so you don't have to see me try to find my fabric. And I'll go back and do that later. Okay, so I can't cut two 25-inch pieces from one with the fabric strip. So I know I need to cut a 38-inch piece, and half of 38 is, what is half of 38? 19. I know that. Okay, so 19. So there's that one. And then I'm going to cut a 25-inch piece. Half of 25 is just 12.5. Okay. Okay, and so then when I sew this piece, the 38-inch to 42, then I'll have enough fabric, and the same with my 25-inch piece and 42. And I need to cut one more 25-inch piece, but I'll take care of that later because I'm not going to waste your time. So I'm going to start getting these sewn on, and then I'll show you some tricks about how to make sure everything stays lined up.